Hey, everybody. I'm back again. Hey, I've got something to ask you today. Do you know where your exit is? See the sign? Like that? Seriously, do you know where your exit is? What do you mean? Well, here's what I mean. Every day we encounter things in our life, and we have to ask that question. Do we know where the exit is? Sometimes we get into things we shouldn't be in. We get into places we shouldn't be. And we realize it, and our eyes get opened up to it, and all of a sudden, we're not sure how to get out of it, right? Well, let me tell you, you've got to know where your exit is. You've got to know how to get out the back door when you get in those troubled situations. That's why Paul talks about fleeing the fornication, fleeing sin, fleeing temptation. Get out of there. I'm telling you, there are days, and it's not always a temptation like we think. As soon as we say temptation, someone thinks temptation for alcohol, drugs, sexual impurity. We think of all these temptations. What about just the temptation to look at your phone instead of listening to the person talking to you? What about the temptation to answer that call instead of finishing your Bible study? What about your temptation to just let your mind wander into thoughts that shouldn't? Those are all temptations too. Know where your exit is always. Know where it is, because there's times you've got to run. You've got to get out that exit and you got to go. There's times we get ourselves into situations we've got to know how to get out of. And the easiest way is, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you're at, no matter who you're around, always have an exit strategy. Have a way out of it. Because sometimes we get stuck in the middle of all these things and we don't know how to get out of it. And I'm telling you, sometimes the easiest way and the way that is right is just to turn and go right out that exit. Because if you don't, and you stay in the middle of it, you're going to fall into something that's much worse than getting out of there. So I challenge you today, know where your exit is and be ready to get out if you need to. Bye.